Guys, welcome back to Creative Witchy Mama. And for those that are new tuning in here, welcome. And for those that are returning, thank you so much for coming back and watching another video from me. I'm kind of blown away by how many people tune in to the videos. Not every video, but yeah, I'm just blown away. It's really quite humbling and lovely to know that my content is getting out there and people are enjoying it. So thank you so much. If you are enjoying this, I would love it if you subscribe to the channel. It really helps me grow and helps me get to know you as well, and hit the notification bell so you do know when I'm uploading some new content. That would be awesome. So today, for those that already know and have kind of followed on the journey a little bit, I was a victim, myself and Harrison and a friend of mine were victim of armed robbery a few weeks ago. And I just wanted to give a bit of a life update, do a few shout outs, and also just explain, I guess, what's been going on since. So for those that don't know anything about it, I will pop the link in below, just with a link to the video where I talk about it, so you can get up to speed if you would like to know a bit more about that. But so since obviously going through all of that, obviously I reported it to the police, etc. Police haven't given me any updates really, which is a little bit frustrating in a way, because it's kind of like, obviously it was quite serious, and it's left me feeling very vulnerable in my home, and a bit more on edge than I've ever been before. So, but what I do want to say is I had two really good appointments last week, where I started to, I guess, make a bit of headway for myself, but also with moving forward too. So I met with a lovely counsellor who is part of our co-vision community. And again, I mean, huge shout outs to, all the communities that I'm part of, but co-vision they've just been amazing. If you don't know anything about them, do you know what? Maybe I'll actually do a bit of a video on co-vision, talking about all the things that they do. This is for, those that are kind of ready to step away from the matrix, and be self-reliant within a community. So not just self-reliant, but community reliant. And can I tell you, this community are just, they're amazing. So I met with a beautiful counsellor who was able to, I was able to talk things through, I guess, unpack a bit of the night and my feelings around it. Got another appointment this week, so that's really good. So hopefully that will help for sure. But I also, here in Australia, we have something called the Victims Assistance Program. And I met with a beautiful lady on Friday who explained everything, what I could do, any help I could receive, which was really nice. And actually, she's been really helpful. She's going to call me back this week and hopefully have an update from the police. So she will kind of act on my behalf and, liaise with the police as well. So that's really nice. So yeah, I mean, there's these programs. I was not really a big fan of this victims assistance program in the beginning. My details had been passed on incorrectly to them from the police. And when I called them, they were like, oh, well, maybe you haven't been referred. And I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I would have been. The police officer said that I would be. And they were a little bit snooty, but since then I've had some really nice experiences with them, and especially the one from last week. So, yeah, I mean, where I'm at, like I said, I'm still feeling quite vulnerable. And I definitely feel the need to be able to talk about it, to unpack, to unload. I am, obviously I do these videos, right? So I'm a talker, but I think it's more than that. Like, I need to be prompted about my feelings, what I want to get out of things as well. So it's great that I've been able to get on board with a counsellor already. It's funny, I actually watched a video the other day that was questioning some psychiatrists that said, how many patients have you cured? And basically all of them said none. I don't think like therapy in that sense is there as a cure, but I do think it's there as a helpful tool to help you move through things. It's certainly very helpful for me. And I think having, like, talking to someone that doesn't have that bias attitude, your friends, your family, things like, yes, they can be very good to talk to, but at the same time, it can be hard because they're emotionally attached to you, and so their emotions can kind of come into it as well. So having somebody that's on the outside can be very, very helpful. So that has been really great for me to be able to work through my emotions and my feelings. So I would highly recommend, I mean, from my own experience, that this is a really good way to go if you've experienced some trauma. Getting on board with a counsellor or psychotherapist or some kind of therapy like that to be able to unpack it, I think is very helpful, especially quite quickly as well, because I think sometimes we can let things fester, and then they do end up becoming really internalized, and I think a lot worse. It certainly would for me anyway. Sorry, my little Lucy's down here. She's about to come and gate crash the video, I think. So you can say hi to Lucy in a minute. But yeah, so and also, like I said, their victims assistance program. There's actually quite a lot of help that they can offer, which is really nice. I do have an appointment with a lawyer this week, and I think they will be able to talk me through a little bit more about it. Obviously, I've never been in this sort of situation before, so I don't know what it is that they can help support with. But the lady reassured me that they can help with lots of different things, which is really good. So I just wanted to jump in here and give a bit of an update. I suppose it's such a personal thing for me, but it is a part of my journey. It's a part of my life, and it's a part of my journey right now. And so I just really felt the need to be able to come on here and talk about it and give everybody an update. And I think I will continue doing these updates as well if you want to see them, because I think it helps me, but also maybe I can offer some assistance to somebody else that's going through any traumatic experience too. Obviously, this was a horrific experience. So, and although we weren't physically injured, I think the mental toll that it takes on your mind and on your body can be very, very heavy. So say hi to Lucy. She's here having some pats. My little one-eyed girl, she is. But yeah, so if anybody listening has, been through anything traumatic and has, a bit of PTSD, or, is feeling emotional or unsettled by something that has happened, like I said, my first port of call is to try and talk about it, and have some form of therapy to be able to release it a little bit. And obviously that happens over time as well. It's not just like one session and it's done, it does happen over time. Our first session was really just talking about what happened. We didn't even really delve into too much deeper. I'm sure this week will be a lot heavier. So, but yeah, look, thank you so much for tuning in today and listening to my update about where I'm at with this. I will, like I said, update a little bit more, and I think if it helps anybody, then that's just amazing. Or if it raises awareness for people about selling online, particularly on Marketplace, or where you're going to have to, give your address. For me, I would say don't do it. Have a safe place where you can meet. I mean, in hindsight, I live right near the police station. I should have done it at the police station, but hindsight's a wonderful thing. I can only learn from these things and hopefully help somebody else so they're not in this kind of don't have this kind of experience as well. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. If you are loving this content as much as I'm loving sharing it, please hit the subscribe and the notification bell. I'll be truly, truly grateful. It really helps this channel. It helps me get to know you, and it helps me grow as well. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Until next time. Bye.